You've likely heard of the Dark Ages, the time where the Catholic Church ruled over everybody with an iron fist. Science, reason, logic, and even exploration of art and music was heavily limited, if not forbidden. Not a lot of people talk about the Renaissance era, the time where everything was brought back to life, where principles of ancient Rome and Greece were reinstituted and reintegrated into society under a new lens. Science and art were married. Art took on a whole new life. In the 1400s, it all started at a baptistry in Florence. It was a local contest for an artist to paint or sculpt the doors of the baptistry. The person who won this was an artist named Ghiberti. Ghiberti ended up integrating some revolutionary ideas in the art world. When he created the Gates of Paradise, Ghiberti was able to put math and science and marry that with concepts of art to create dimension and also to put the viewer in the scene, and that was something that had never been done in art before. It was also a huge risk because it was blatantly utilizing these mathematical concepts like dimension and depth, giving the scene a more voluminous and realistic look. After this, we see people like Donatello who were inspired by this with their sculpture. After, that's when we see major artists like Michelangelo who started research that has snowballed into what is now anatomy. He was dissecting human bodies at the time to be able to understand human anatomy. But a lot of the artists of the Renaissance were commissioned by civic leaders such as the de Medici family. And these artists and their commissioners were a lot of times humanists. Humanists were not exactly in staunch opposition to the church. Like I said, Ghiberti did the doorways of the baptistry at a time where the Catholic Church was fighting with Protestants, and King Henry was divorcing at this time in the 1500s. King Henry wound up divorcing from the Catholic Church. So this was all a snowball effect of different people with different motives. Humanists believe that the best way to glorify God is by utilizing your talents to the best of your ability. This was a revolutionary idea at the time because in the Dark Ages and prior, the church really forbade the celebration of being of the self. During the Renaissance, we also see a revival in Pythagoreanism, in Aristotelian ethics, in Platonism, and we see a revival in what is now referred to as Renaissance magic. The Renaissance was a very influential time period for occultists and esotericists, and the Renaissance era is a lot of the reason why we are where we are today.